Now, Justine, you're going to help me here, since you're our French guru. Now, first up, you've got some chocolate to melt. Just pop that onto the double boiler there. Just bring the water to the boil, put the bowl over the top, pull it off, and put it on the side. And the heat in the bowl will be enough for the chocolate to melt. Now, whatever you do, don't get water in the chocolate. Ruins it, all right? Now, next up, butter the moulds. So soft butter, and you don't have to slather the thing, OK? You can lightly brush with butter, and the whole idea is to, first of all, get a good, even layer through the mould. Anybody know what will happen if I miss a bit? It'll stick. Next part is to do this. Go up like this, and those little lines, believe it or not, will help that soufflé pop up. And what we're going to do is just sugar these. What the sugar does is the heat hits the outside of the container, the butter will melt, the sugar will melt, and it'll slide upwards. So both the sugar and the butter help facilitate that little cork action that you're going to get on the soufflé mixture. All right? The other nice thing it does is as it cooks for longer, so it's in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, you get this lovely little crusty, sugary coating around the outside of the soufflé, which is delicious. Chris, you had a question?
We didn't have butter, so what do you suggest with the bowls?
You can use oil, you can use spray oil, and actually the spray oils work quite well because they put very, very fine, even coating that you can sugar. It'll do the same thing. So egg whites next. We've separated the eggs, OK? So you've got 4 yolks, got your 4 whites. And we're going to put a little bit of sugar in first, just to get the egg, just to get the meringue started. All right, so a little bit of sugar. We'll just tip that straight off into there. Put more in. Yeah, be generous, yeah.
So when you do savoury ones, when you're doing savoury ones, you obviously don't use sugar.
You know, if you're doing a savoury one, like a cheese one, you can use breadcrumbs or parmesan.
OK.
Yep. So again,
it's just... ever use just butter?
No. I think what it is that it just, it helps form like this little crispy crust on the soufflé as it pops up. So you had orange, right? And some of you actually, I think Poe, you did like a Jaffa sauce. Somebody else did that sort of Jaffa concept as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a chocolate and Jaffa soufflé. So I have to candy the oranges, all right? So it basically means smothering it in sugar, putting a good dash of water in there, and then popping it on the heat, bringing it up to the boil and letting it cool, and then bringing it up to the boil and letting it cool. So, warm chocolate. I want you to stir those in really well, and it'll stiffen up more. Now, what the egg yolk's going to do, it's going to act sort of like a custard in a sense. It's going to bind the chocolate with the egg white, okay? And it's going to give it a good old mix, yeah. Give it a good old mix. So it's going to create some bonding, some binding for the soufflé. Otherwise, it would just like boil and bubble and spill out of the mould, right? Okay. Now, the way I do it is I mix in 1/3 of the egg white. It's just to form a batter, okay? So just mix that. Doesn't matter how it is. Yep. As long as it loosens the whole mixture and facilitates the rest of the egg white going in, that's what you want. It's the following addition of egg white that has to be gentle, and you have to turn and fold. Perfect. Right. So I'll show you how we do this now. Fold very gently, just to incorporate, until you get this nice light batter. All right? Okay? Now, this is the orange that's been confying down in that sugar. So you get that lovely sort of candied orange. And that's that, you know, the Jaffa flavour that you guys were after? That's what that is. Now, what we've got to do, I'll do one, and all I want to do is half full, and try not to splash the mixture onto the side. Because what we're going to do is going to put a little bit of that Jaffa orange into the mix. All right, off you go. Oh, don't want to drip it on the sides. Because if you drip it on the sides, you've got to wipe it off. And once you've got to wipe it off, then you're getting into all sorts of trouble. So any little bits that you've got on there need to come off, all right? And hopefully it'll still be greasy enough. And they go into the oven at just on 200 degrees, okay, for about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, Justine, once they're in the oven, you can sit back down. Thank you very much. Should we open the door on the oven? No. I don't think it matters. These days, the ovens will recover very, very quickly. They're convection ovens, and so the air's moving around inside, so they heat back up very, very quickly. Now, with this, you didn't have this, but I'm just going to serve it with a chocolate cream, grated chocolate, and whipped cream. That's it, all right? And what's really nice with a souffle is you've always got something. Like if you didn't have this, then make an orange sauce so that you can puncture the top of the souffle. It should always be slightly undercooked inside, so it's a little bit gooey. And then you pour the sauce in, hole in the middle, double cream with chocolate in it, which will melt as it goes in. It's just gorgeous. Okay, George, shall we get the souffles out?
Yep, will do.
Why not? Can you see what's happened on this one?
Yeah.
See on that side? And look at the other one. It's gone up like a cork. This one's gone up like a cork. Now, that could be the temperature of the oven, but it's unlikely. More to do with the fact that it's caught on this little edge, OK? So there we have it, chocolate souffle. You could have done that out of your mystery box. Justine, let's go.
It's my lucky day.
Now, the best thing we can do is just open it up, and it should be gooey in the middle, and then you drop a bit of the cream in the middle.
Ah, that's nice.
So you can go on your bistro menu. Go, eat.
So it's supposed to be that good, is it?
Yeah. Well, I'll put the cream in, don't forget.
Yeah, I know that. Beautiful.
OK, so let's hope you learned something from today. Let's bear in mind all of those little tips and tricks that you not only got from us, but also from Frank as well, with the Chinese class. Really, really valuable lessons, OK? And if you'd have produced that souffle, you could have possibly won the mystery box challenge that we did. And who knows, maybe the person who got eliminated wouldn't have been if they just had that one extra recipe in their repertoire. So this is how important it is, guys, OK? So?
Right, guys, let's eat.
Let's grab some stuff and pour a glass of wine, yeah? Lucas is on the wine.
Always Lucas.
Always
at the
on
bar.
the wine.
At the bar.
Well done.
Right, guys, another fantastic masterclass. Well done. Cheers.